Hello, friend. Happy Sunday. How are you doing? If you're hopping on, tell me where you're tuning in from. What's the weather like where you are? It's absolutely beautiful here today. I am excited to spend a little bit of time with you today. I get a lot of questions about what I do, how I do it, how I'm paid, all of these different things. So I wanted to pop on here and explain a few things, chat with you a little bit. My name is Melissa. I am in Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada. I am a mom of four daughters. I have four grandchildren, wife, and my only son is Whiskey, my German Shepherd, and he's my life. I love him to pieces. Any of you have any dogs or cats or fur babies on here? How many kids do you have? Let me know. Let's get to know each other a little bit. So, as the title states, you can actually get paid doing something that you're already doing every single day. Imagine that, right? You take a picture of your meal and you post it on Facebook. You take a picture of your Starbucks. Well, this isn't Starbucks, but you take a picture of your Starbucks and you post it on Facebook. You take a picture of your new shoes and you post them on Facebook. These corporate giants are geniuses, absolute geniuses. Because you know what's happening when you do that? They actually have you marketing and advertising for them for free. They don't have to pay the multi-millions of dollars for marketing and advertising anymore. All they have to do is get you to post it on your social media. So at the end of the day, you can share something on your social media where you get paid for it. It only makes sense, doesn't it? We have become an e-commerce world. We do most of our shopping online. So shouldn't that be how we also make money? I think so. E-commerce, especially, with everything that's gone on, has literally skyrocketed, 10, 15 years into the future. Things that they thought were going to be happening 10 years from now, where most things were going to be entirely online, are happening now. It kind of sped up that process. And, you can say to yourself, well, yeah, but it costs money. So first thing that I would say to you is, to start up any business is going to cost you money. This is a business. If you don't treat it like a business, you won't get paid. You won't get paid like a business. If you treat it like a hobby, it'll cost you money. So, it costs money. Absolutely. If you go to start up your own brick and mortar business, you're looking at easily a $10,000 investment. And you're looking at, on average, 5 to 7 years to make that back. Now, probably even longer, because a lot of brick and mortar businesses are shutting down. And it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart every day that there are people out there that are losing their businesses, losing their livelihood. But the, stigma around network marketing hasn't lowered enough, in my opinion. It really hasn't. Because, your Starbucks that you bought, that you posted a picture of on your Facebook, didn't that cost you money? Did you put some money in corporate pockets to buy the Starbucks and then advertise for them for free? Absolutely you did. Absolutely. But it's not making you any money, right? No, your friends all go buy it. Anybody who, knows you and trusts your opinion, they go buy it, right? Because you said it's good. It blows my mind what people will spend money on. People will spend $20 a week to play the lottery in the hopes that, that 1 in 33.3 million chance that they might hit big. You could invest in yourself and turn $50 into a lifetime of opportunity. Invest in your own dream rather than someone else's. So at the end of the day, it's all about mindset. And it's choices. It's choices and mindset. The choice that you make, the mindset that you have on, the new way of making money in the e-commerce world. And, if you're somebody who's out there that's, running and working your butt off, you've got kids at home, you're running your house, you're working, you're doing this on the side to make extra money and build a dream for your family, I see you. I see you. I know that you're doing that. And I applaud you for it because it's hard. It can be hard. Absolutely. Let me tell you something. I was you. I was that skeptic. And, 3.5 years ago, I was working in the finance industry. And I had been in the finance industry for a whole lot of years. And 3.5 years ago, my life changed drastically. I had lost my mom to cancer. She was just 60. And, I already struggled with anxiety and depression and obesity and, fatigue and all of these things. I had already struggled with that most of my life from, past child abuse and spousal abuse and all the things. So when my mom died, it spiraled me even further. And I ended up in this real deep, dark place. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I certainly didn't have my face on social media. I wouldn't allow pictures of myself. I was basically a robot going through the motions every day. And barely getting by with that. Money, yeah, I made money. I made really good money. But at the end of the day, money wasn't what was going to make me happy at all. And so, 3.5 years ago when my friend called me at 2:00 in the morning to tell me about this, I thought, are you nuts? I'm working 60-hour weeks, just lost my mom. I was tired. I was sad. I felt like no one cared. I felt like it didn't matter how hard I worked. Nobody was ever going to be happy. And I was numb. If you can understand what that means. I was numb. Like I didn't really feel anything. I just wanted to get the day done and go to bed each and every day. And when I got that phone call at 2:00 in the morning, I was in no position to start a business, spend time doing it. I didn't want to talk to anybody. And I definitely did not want to try another product to make me feel better or another product to make me lose weight because I had done it all and I had lost all hope in ever losing weight or ever feeling happy because nothing worked. And, she kind of flipped the switch and she said, well, listen, if you join, I'll make $50. And I said, okay, you know what? I'll help you out. I'll join to get the product. You can make $50. Little did I know that was the beginning of the rest of my life. What unfolded after that was incredible. Absolutely incredible. In an industry that, one, I barely knew existed. Two, I didn't believe in. I believed that people who worked from home were lazy. Definitely not. I have a pretty large team and, I watch these ladies, I watch these moms and these daughters and these wives and these sisters and these brothers and dads. And I watch these people bust their butts every day for their dreams. And it is so inspiring to me. And I'm proud of each and every one of them. And I had no idea when I started this, the community and the support that I was going to end up creating in this team unit. I had no idea. And, when the product showed up, I actually didn't even want to use it because back when I started, we only had coffee. And I told my husband, I'm not drinking that. I don't like coffee. I just ordered so she could make $50. And he says, you paid for it. You might as well, You might as well drink it. And he started making it for me, mixing it with hot chocolate, trying to mask the fact that it was coffee. And I started drinking it each day. He was giving it to me when I was on my way to work every morning. And 2 weeks in, he made me realize, actually. He called me out from the kitchen saying, there's a whole case of Pepsi up in the cupboard. And if you know me at all, I actually was addicted to soda. I would drink 6 to 8 cans of Pepsi a day, and I couldn't stop. I would have headaches. I would withdrawal kind of symptoms, I'd be cranky, and I'd say, listen, I deserve it. I worked all day. So he made me realize that 2 weeks had gone by and I hadn't drank a single soda, and I wasn't bothered by it. And I didn't have the headaches, and I didn't have the cranky, the mood swings. I didn't have any of that. So I thought, holy cow, there's something here. There's something here. And in 2 weeks, I think I had lost 11 or 12 pounds, something like that. So it was kind of mind-blowing to me. And, as I kept using it, I kept having more and more incredible results. People were asking me why I was so happy, why I was so smiley. I was taking pictures of myself and posting them on Facebook. And that's not something anybody ever saw me do. So they saw the change in me, and people started asking me, what are you doing? And I said, listen, I'm just drinking this stuff. I take this supplement. That's all I do. And I feel incredible. I feel amazing, truly. So just like posting the picture of your Starbucks on Facebook because you love the new flavor, you can post your own experience and your own story with your own product and make money doing it. Because from that moment on, when people asked me and I told them what I was doing, they became interested. I made a post on Facebook about what I was doing, my story, my friend's journey, whatever it is, and they became interested. And I ended up growing a business big enough that in 10 months I could leave my very high-paying finance career. So the opportunity here is very real. A lot more real than the lottery. And the amount of money that you spend playing the lottery and on Starbucks and whatever else you're posting on Facebook, you could invest in yourself, invest in your dreams, and invest in your surroundings, your tribe. We've built an incredible tribe here of very supportive people who are with you each step of the way. You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself here. We help you. We help you. Nobody's ever going to be in your inbox saying, why didn't you work today? Why didn't you work last week? Nobody's ever going to do that. But of course, at the end of the day, you also have to have realistic goals with your realistic dreams, right? For instance, you can't say that you want to make $10,000 a month, but you can only put 10 minutes a day into your business. And this goes for all of you out there that are working in network marketing or any business thereof. You get out of it the time you put into it. It's not easy. But if you get with the right company, you can have simple systems and support and guidance. You have to make sure that you ask the right questions and that there's not a lot of smoke and mirrors involved. I'm a very forward and honest person. You ask me a question, you're going to get an answer. Sometimes maybe it's not the answer you want to hear, but at the end of the day, I'm here for you. I'm here for growth. I'm here for happiness. And that's why I love this company so much. We are the happy company. And we've just taken happiness global on a very big scale. We just launched 21 countries in Europe. 21 countries. We've got in and around ballpark 1 billion people that we can share happiness with and help impact lives with an instant impact product just by sharing our experience. It is a lot simpler than you think. And I can help you. Now, when people talk about compensation plans, most of them are so confusing that for, the everyday person, it's really hard to, figure out the quirks of it, to figure out how it works. And I know, guys, I know that there are those of you out there that are working your butt off and not getting paid. You know how I know? I'm a finance manager. Numbers are my jam. Numbers are like breathing for me. I can read compensation plans very easily. And I see a lot of compensation plans that they're tough. You have quotas that you have to hit to get paid. You have personal purchase requirements. Then you finally hit a bonus and they pay you in product instead of money. Then you got to try and sell the product. There's lots of different ways to get paid out there. And if you want to take a look at the comparison and comp plan average percentages, you can actually go to businessforhome.org. They have listed every single network marketing company, their average pay, their average percentage of pay, and their momentum rank. And here's why that's so important. Momentum is where success is made. So you've got companies that are kind of leveled out right now, right? Especially a lot of those companies that have been around for like ever, since like our grandma's time, right? They're kind of leveled off. You may get a little kind of peak leveled off, right? They're a lot more saturated. There's a lot more people out there working the business. And I'm not saying they don't have incredible products. A lot of them do have incredible products. It can just be a little more difficult when you're not in momentum. Then you'll see some of them have a negative momentum. And that's kind of dangerous, negative momentum, okay? Then you see them with big momentums. Big momentums is like more than 100. So big momentum is climb like this. Climb like this is where success is made. When you launch globally into new countries, when you launch incredible patented new products, instant impact products, new lines of products, and when your comp plan is simple. When your comp plan is simple and readable, and not only simple and readable, but simple for the average person to achieve. And not just the people at the top. And not just recruit. You want a customer-based business. You want a real kind of business where you have more customers than partners. And not the smoke and mirrors of membership where everybody's kind of a partner. You don't know who's actually working and who isn't in something like that, right? So you want something has momentum, pays well, has support and guidance, not like as soon as you drop, sign up, they drop you on your head. You don't want that. You want the support and guidance. You want to be able to ask questions. You want to have simple tools. And here's why. Let's say you are someone who learns easily. Let's say you are someone who's already a leader, even already had a team. If you're coming into a company, you want to be able to launch your people quick and simple. We have that here. 100%. We have leadership that will help you every step of the way. We have corporate that'll help you every step of the way. We have simple tools. We have a group with all the information that your people ever need. We have a team group with all of the business materials that you need. We do a daily team huddle so that you can ask questions, and just for community so that we can get to know one another and laugh and cry and whatever's going to happen that day. I do all sorts of different trainings if you want it. And we have a chat that is available 24/7 where the whole team will support you and shout out your wins and shout you out, and graphics and all sorts of things so that you realize that you are valued and that you are worth it. And every single thing that you do towards your business each and every day is important and is all a win. And we help you do that here. So let me explain the compensation plan a little bit to you so that you can understand how that works here, okay? So from what I'm seeing on average, most companies are paying 25 to 30% compensation plan. Most of them have quotas and hoops you have to jump through to get paid, okay? Here, our average compensation is 51%. We do not have hoops that you have to jump through to get paid. You are paid on every single sale that you make every single week. And you get paid the difference between wholesale and retail, just like if you owned your own brick and mortar business. Pretty simple, right? So I buy it at this price. This is what I would pay for it. I sell it at this price. This is what the customer buys for. I make 100% of the difference. Well, that's pretty simple, right? That's pretty simple to understand and easy to see and super easy to track because everything's in your back office. We just launched the most incredible e-commerce platform, website, and back office that would blow your mind. It is incredible. So that's one way you get paid. So if you had your own brick and mortar business and you bought something at wholesale and you sold it at retail, you make the difference. Then you got to pay all your overhead, right? You got employees or you got light bills or you got rent or whatever you got, okay? Here you make that difference with no overhead. But that's not the only way you get paid here. So that you get every week. You also get paid a percentage on your entire volume. So we pay on dollar for dollar volume. Dollar for dollar wholesale volume, you get paid on that. We don't discount your volume. We don't say you get paid on 50% of your volume. We pay you for the work you do, okay? So if you sell 1,000 worth of product, you get paid on 1,000 volume. You get paid 10 levels deep, infinity wide. And for those of you that don't understand what that means, if you bring something, if you partner with somebody in the business and they partner with somebody in the business and they partner with everybody gets paid. And not just the people at the top. Sometimes the people at the top don't get paid if they're not working. That's how it should be, right? You should have to work to get paid. That's the way it is here. So first way, difference between wholesale and retail price, you get paid 100% of that. Then you get paid a percent of the total amount of sales that you make, okay? Then you also get paid to acquire new customers. Isn't that what you're already doing when you own a business? You acquire new customers so you can get paid, right? Well, let's pay you a bonus for that. You get paid for 3 new customers, you get paid for 5 new customers, you get paid for 7 new customers every single month. Pretty incredible, huh? And this month it's doubled. Also, let's see, how else do you get paid? So in a lot of companies, they launch things like rank up bonuses. And for those of you that don't know what that means, it means if you hit a specific rank in amount of sales, you know, like when I worked in the car dealership world, if we hit a certain amount of car sales, a certain amount of volume, the corporate company of Kia or Hyundai would pay the dealership a big bonus, right? It's kind of like that here. If you make a specific amount of sales volume, very achievable sales volume, you get paid a bonus. We call it a rank up bonus, okay? But not only that, this company believes you should also make a bonus if you maintain your rank. So let's say you did 1,000 in sales or 1,250 in sales, and you're going to rank up, okay? You get a rank up bonus, but then they also pay you the bonus to maintain your rank. So you make 2 bonuses. That's called star. So if next month you get to star again, which is pretty simple because most people that use our products order every single month because it is mind-blowing the impact that these products do for your health and your well-being. So if you maintain, you get paid a bonus again, $150 American. We have rank up bonuses right now up to $2,000. So you get paid to rank up, hit a specific amount of sales volume. You get paid to maintain your rank, okay? But then also, what if someone that you partnered with that's on your team, direct to you, that you signed up, ranks up? So if you help them rank up, what happens? In most companies, nothing. In this company, you get paid a mentor bonus. So you also get paid for helping your team rank up. And it really, really helps the team momentum and the team support, right? All the way down. Everybody helps everybody. What else do we have for bonuses? We have customer acquisition bonuses. We have a rank up bonus. We have a mentor bonus for helping your team rank up. We have a maintain your rank bonus called Rank Runner. Oh yeah, we also have global pool bonuses, which are pretty incredible when you hit leadership ranks, especially now that we've gone fully global into 21 new countries in Europe. So that's all inclusive within the profits of the company that you get paid a percentage on. Oh, right. And we also are earning a trip right now. We're earning a trip, a trip to paradise. I'm excited. I plan on bringing as many team as absolutely possible on that trip. So there's a lot of different ways to get paid here. Just for doing what you're already doing, sharing your experience on social media. So why not you get paid for that? And at the end of the day, when you jump in here, $50, you're investing in yourself and your future and your dreams. And there are no monthly website fees. There are no inventory. There's no personal purchase requirements to get paid every week. You get paid on every single sale. There's no, like literally you get paid for the work you do. There's no going inactive. There's no jumping through hoops to get paid. You just get paid. We get paid 5 times a month. Sometimes 6, depending on the month. Plus bonuses. So if you are looking to make some extra money, this is a really great way to do that without massive investment. You know, if you are somewhere right now where you don't feel home, where you don't feel welcome, or you don't feel like you're getting paid for the work that you do, let's chat. Let's chat. That's all it is a conversation. There's never any obligation. And you'll never be forced or made to do anything here. And just for a quick sort of, do I have my little card? Just for a quick idea on, what is very possible here. I can show you, if I find my cards, here they are. I can show you what, coming in here and getting started right off the bat would pay you. And getting 10 new dose customers. Dose is our simple system for health and wellness. Super affordable. It's less than a Starbucks a day. Switch out your Starbucks for health and happiness, right? So, if you invest in yourself here and you get yourself 10 new dose customers, and you partner with one friend so you guys can run together and have fun together doing this, you have the possibility to make approximately $1,100. Take a look at what you're doing now. And if you got 10 people to go to Starbucks and buy a Starbucks that you posted, you're gonna make $1,000. If you post your meal from the Ponderosa Steakhouse and you get 10 people to go to Ponderosa to eat meals, are you gonna make $1,000? Probably not, right? It's a very real opportunity here. And I'd love to have a conversation with any of you that even have the slightest interest. We can jump on a Zoom. I can show you how it all works, or we can jump on the phone. I'd rather talk to you. It's a little more personal and a little easier to have a conversation that way. So if you're at all interested in seeing what's possible for you here and, even dig into a little more of how it all works and the support, just let me know and we can have a conversation. All right. So I hope you all have an amazing Sunday. It's a beautiful day here. And tomorrow's a start to a brand new week. And I wouldn't mind getting you started on your own little business. And it might start out little, but you could end up with something massive without even knowing it, like happened to me, just by sharing my experience and being kind. We never know what other people are going through. And we never know that, single mom who's home with her baby that's trying to just make an extra couple $100 so she can have a birthday party for her kid. Please be kind to people that are trying to make some extra money. We don't know their struggles. And, it's really tough to find work right now. And not only that, for a single mom to find work, she typically has to pay out in daycare the amount that she would make working anyway. So let's support all of our friends, our family, and anyone that you see on social media that's just trying to make a little bit of extra money for themselves. So the next time you want to dish out, $5 a day for a Starbucks, maybe have a look around and see what options are available so that you can help a mom pay for soccer for her kids or whatever it is for them. Because at the end of the day, we need to support one another. And we need to, be there for one another more than ever right now. People are struggling hard. Unemployment rates are higher than they've ever been. Suicide rates are higher than they've ever been. And my mission is to help at least one person feel just a little bit better. And I'm in the right company for that. That's what we stand for. Health, hope, and happiness. I'd love to partner with you and do this together. All right. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate your time. I know I've been on here for a bit. And again, if you have any questions, hit me up. And I hope you have an amazing weekend. And Mondays are my favorite. A fresh new start, a fresh new week. I do all my scheduling. And I'm excited to start my week meeting new people and helping my team hit their goals each and every day. Bye, everybody.